Welcome back, everyone. This is Aeonia here with more Elden Ring. Last time, we left off here in Sellia, Town of Sorcery. And it turns out we actually did a pretty good job exploring through the first time. I was getting very lost and confused and really thought that we had missed some stuff, but I came back to explore off camera and all I could find really was an Arteria leaf and a couple other pieces of loot. So, first pass through Sellia was successful. We did find a fog gate last time off here to the side that we're going to need to step through at some point, so that is on our to-do list. We also came across Sage Gowry living out in the shack on the other side of town, and he filled us in on the fact that there is apparently a secret to the town that maybe we're not aware of, and he's ever so kind to fill us in on that secret if we go wading around in a poison swamp looking for a tiny little needle. What's the big deal? Maybe we'll get to help in the process a maiden in distress and help alleviate her suffering, Millicent. That will be for later, though. The other thing we picked up and found here in the town somewhere was our third imbued sword key, and we can now finally go through the final sending gate up in the Four Belfries back in Liurnia. And so my attention, I started thinking once again about Liurnia and the open questions, the unresolved mysteries of Liurnia, wondering how to get to this plateau up on the top. I actually came back here to the southern end of Liurnia to look around, to just scope out the place and make sure, was there really no actual path that I could use to just make it up here on foot? And I was like 99% convinced before, and now I'm 100% convinced. So I think there's got to be a sending gate somewhere that gets us there, and who knows, maybe that is the Crumbling Lands sending gate. It would kind of make sense, would it not? The fact that the whole village of the Albanorics and this poison swamp area under here is kind of, has it not crumbled away? I could see that working. I've also been thinking, once again, about Raya, Lucaria, and these rooftops. And I think I actually went back here to look once again. I don't know, it's like the 5th time I've been back to the rooftops. I think I might have figured out what we're supposed to do. So maybe we'll be going there in just a bit. We're going to start, though, with this third sending gate. It's a little weird because it's the 4 belfries, but one of the belfries is not a sending gate. So it's like, kind of realistically, it's just the 3 belfries. Okay. Do I want to reapportion flasks or like prepare for a boss fight? That's the only potential thing that I just thought of here. Like maybe we can go 7-4. We'll just do a marginal little change, give ourselves that 1 extra healing flask. But otherwise, we're going to leave our setup the way that it would normally be. With our, I'm not sure if I did this on camera or not, but we have adjusted I have adjusted the Flask of Wondrous Physic back to the fire-shrouded tier. After we had teched the flask for the Deathrite bird fight. Is this the one here? That is the Night Sky Unceasing. I guess I could maybe tell by the fact that there is a sword key embedded in the imp. Actually, which one is the one that we embedded? Because one is a different color. Let's find out with the one that we will know when we go to the one that we haven't used. I think this is the Anticipation, and I can also see that the stone sword, the imbued sword key has already been slotted in. It is the top imp. Okay. The one that has the flame in its mouth. And of course, the other big giveaway is the fact that the sending gate is turned off. Several clues here that would give us the idea and the knowledge that we need to use our third and is it going to be our final imbued sword key, or is this going to be a mechanic elsewhere in the game? Either way, we're jumping into a sending gate. Let's see what happens. Let's see where we go. Oh my goodness. Ooh, okay. Well, was not on the list of sites that I would be greeted with. The list that was in my head. Whoa, there are dragons. In addition to this gigantic tornado, well, there's multiple tornadoes. Oh my god. Whoa, Dragon Airy, what happened? Whoa, okay. Well, we have not reached the top. We have not reached that plateau. Out in Liurnia, which is where I was maybe sort of hoping we might end up, while also containing my, trying to rein those hopes in and make sure that I didn't disappoint myself. Wow, okay. The title card. The title card. I actually need to, there's no site of grace here. So we don't really, we are, we are way over here. It said something about Farum Azula, but I already sort of forgot there was another word before that, which makes me want to do, we're going to do this again. Hold on, folks. We have the ability to have a redo. We're just going to edit this part out. We're going to edit this part out, and we're going to pretend that I am jumping into the, this is the magic of YouTube editing here, that I'm jumping into the Crumbling Land Sending Gate for the very, very first time. And nobody is, you all will be none the wiser. This is why we're doing this on YouTube. Crumbling Farum Azula. Oh my god, what an amazing sight that I'm seeing for the very first time. Whoa. Crumbling Farum Azula. Dude, I mean, there is an unmistakable parallel with the Dragon Airy. I can't help it, right? There's just, if you've been to the Dragon Airy, then this is just, I mean, gosh. Maybe taking a closer look at some of these dragon, they're not the most detailed dragon models, but that is to make sure that you don't overload the processing power required for this amazing looking area. Jesus. The other thing that I am kind of noticing or wondering, this section of the ruins, the crumbling land of Farum Azula. At first I thought it kind of looks like all the various ruins, not the portions of ruins that have fallen from the sky where we pick up ruin fragments. Now I'm not so sure. It might be different architecture. This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. Now the other thing I am wondering about, oh, we can actually navigate downwards. I, for a moment, thought that maybe this was similar to when we warped to the capital, and they were just giving us a quick little preview of Leyndell, and that we weren't actually able to go anywhere. It's just like, hey, here's what you have to look forward to way out over on the east side of the map. But there is a platform over here to the left that we can, this is just, I mean, this site, wow. Is this the most beautiful section in Elden Ring? Probably not. the chances are that as massive as this game is going to be, I just have this picture in my head that I've only still seen just a fraction of the place. For my eyes, for what I have seen so far, this might be the most breathtaking. Like, you've got this like asteroid field with dragons flying through it, and you've got these, you know, very reminiscent of, there was a raid instance in World of Warcraft that I don't remember what it was called. I just remember going there way after it was legacy content and farming it on a weekly basis to try to get the mount or whatever that would drop from the final boss. But he was like a big tornado boss. And the whole area was very similar to this, where you were going from platform to platform. Well, I don't know exactly how we're going to be traversing from platform to platform. There were like wind gusts in the WoW instance that would move you from one floating platform to the next. There's like a waterfall. Oh, there's a divine tower down there. Okay, we're looking to the southwest. So we're actually looking at the Beast Clergyman. The Beast Clergyman's hangout is right there, isn't it? It sure looks like it. The divine towers that... And there's the Erd Tree. Holy... fuck! Oh, god damn, man. Am I recording? Is this thing on? Are we getting this? What in the hell? I have a beacon out there, which I guess the only beacon that I think I placed was the one that I put at the end of... No, I think I might have moved my... I changed where the beacon was. Did I? Yeah, I think I put the beacon where I think Millicent is going to be. I think that's what I did, because I was planning on heading to her at some point. So that's apparently where Millicent is. Way below the clouds. We are way up. We are so far up. Here is this... God, this is like the best view that we've gotten of this thing. It's like where you would light the Olympic torch or something. I remember as a kid, the archer shooting up the arrow up into the Olympic torch. I think it was in Atlanta. Gosh, this is nuts. Okay. Let's try to keep going down and see what we can find. See what we can find. We've got these remains as well. I didn't verbally note it. The asset at the top of the where we warped in, but these remains here. We know the only time we've heard Farum Azula, we have heard it before. It was like day one, right? The Beast Man of Farum Azula. I can't remember if it was the very, very first episode, but I know that when I first, like, the little bit that I played Elden Ring before this playthrough, when I played it over at my friend's house, just for like an hour or so, that was like the first mini boss that I beat. I went into the cave, just found the first cave that I could, didn't even realize, like, oh, I'm going into a cave, in terms of it being like this is the overworld mechanic of dungeons and caves and catacombs and this stuff. I just ran into this place and I found a fog gate. That's really what I was looking for. Find the first fog gate that I can. The Beastman of Farum Azula, I think is what he was called. I don't know if this is a fossil of him or something similar. What I am noticing is that these dudes are down here. How tough are these guys? Oh my goodness. That is them. That's one of the Beastmen. That's the guy we fought. I can tell. That is him. Wow. And he's got a buddy here who is not as strong, but he has the ability to... I thought he was throwing something at us. What was he doing? Was he not throwing something at us? Okay, all right. As long as I'm not dealing with two of you, I can take on a beast man. I can live with that. The only question is, am I going to die from a fall? But I feel like the way this is designed, it would not do that to me, right? Just to be sure, we're going to do it like this. Because I got to get my trickle heal. I'm too much of a sucker for it. I will switch to the turtle shield here as well. Give myself that extra stamina boost, and then doesn't have any poise, or at least not enough to oh shit. What was that? What did I do there? I was trying to drink. I don't know what my character did. I'm probably pressing the wrong buttons. All right. We have some weird Z fighting, I think, going on with some of the textures here that are freaking me out a little bit. Don't look at it. All right, Beastman down. Farum, Azula. Yo, how the hell does this happen? How the hell does this happen? Was this city already? It was probably not already floating, right? It was probably not a floating city that got destroyed by tornadoes. I think the tornadoes probably uprooted the city. Because, of course, that's something that just happens in real life. And, okay, is that it? Wait, is that it? There's nowhere to go from here? I guess I shouldn't be too surprised, because if we follow the pattern, if we follow the same pattern that we've had from, Nokron, Eternal City. Ah, okay, there is a piece of loot there. But then that might be the end of the road. Potentially. A Pearl Drake talisman. I think we just found our rainbow chromatic ring. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it's the one that protects you against everything. As in all non-physical damage negation. Cool. I like that artwork. The Ancient Dragons, I'm guessing this is going to be the same exact text that we've seen before. Right? Yup. A pearlescent ancient dragon. Pearlescent, that's a great word. Okay, so that we did get a piece of loot, and interesting, similar to Nokron Eternal City, we take on a Crucible Knight, a mini boss that we've faced in the past, similar to the Beastman, and then we get a talisman that protects us against a wide range of ailments, or a wide range of damage types. And then that's it. This is like your preview. And I guess that's what we would have gotten with Nokron, and maybe why it felt so disappointing, is that we had already been to the Shifer River Well, right? We had already kind of been to what that area was previewing. We had it sort of backwards in our order of exploration. This one now, maybe we've done in the intended order, where we're getting just a taste of the future zone, which is cool. Very cool. So with that now out of the way, what a great sight. I mean, I want to know more. But this might be, you know, from an Elden Ring lore standpoint, this may be the equivalent to the Dragonary. This is like the home of the dragons now, or it was the home of the dragons. I really am curious to learn more and just to explore such an amazing, breathtaking city. It's also really cool that we can see all these different divine towers from here. So fascinating. Is this the Which one is this? If we look at the map. If we look at the map. Oh, that one is in the Royal City. Or the capital. We have not been near this Divine Tower yet, I don't think. Really interesting to think about. But there is nothing more to do here in terms of gameplay. Only sit and drool at the visuals. So we are going to keep the show going by heading back once again to Raya Lucaria. And I think I know what to do on the rooftops. Finally, we're going to level up here because I don't want to be... If something goes wrong, I really don't want to be worrying about my relatively sizable amount of souls that we're holding on to. So we need 15k, which we have plenty of, right? We can get up to 15k. No big deal. 4 times 1600 gets us up to 64. It might be even better to go just to a merchant that we can sell this stuff to. In fact, let me do that just because I love my Exaxes. So let's go to the closest nomadic merchant. Actually, the closest would have... No, this is probably the closest, because this one is... I was thinking the closest is there in Raya Lucaria, but it's not really a close merchant. It's kind of an out-of-the-way merchant.
Back again, not
Oops. I want to sell. I want to sell. How much does the... some of these recent items that we picked up... The +1 talisman sells for 500, which is nothing. You really don't want to sell anything except runes. Only the runes. That's what they're there for. We have 16 of these 4s now. So I sold 6,400, which means I still need to do another... what's the number that I'm getting to? I need to get to 38... 38,400. 400. 38,400. So let's just do that. Let's go to... Let's do... 38,400. Boom. All right. And we level up into... I think we do Vigor again. I'm starting to feel... You know, there might be a time when we need to, like, try to get some reps against a boss without a rune arc. And having our HP leveled up is not going to be a bad thing. Look at that. We get 41 hit points from a single level into HP. This is a good investment, I think. We might get to the point, once we get even with Faith, where I start bumping Faith up. We'll see. We'll see how we go. Cool. Let's go to Raya Lucaria. Back to the debate parlor. The debate parlor and the rooftops once again here. I think I was overthinking this. Shocker, I know. I know you all are stunned to realize that in an Achenar playthrough, overthinking would take place. It's a rarity. I will also make a quick note of the fact that I am wearing the Banished Night Greaves that we picked up. There's something about the square toe. I mean, it's not a square toe, but the fat ass toe box that this set of greaves has that just I love it. It's great. And maybe even functionally, it will give us, you know, more... It gives us more traction when we're traversing precarious rooftops, doesn't it? I don't think I need to charge the Frenzy Burst. Why am I charging the Frenzy Burst? Just let loose. This spell's so good. What I think, though... Well, I'll be able to show you momentarily here. Rather than just telling, why not show? That is the most powerful technique. But, of course, the overcomplication that I was engaged in was me thinking I had correctly I think I had correctly deduced the fact that this belfry up here, the spot where this bell is a place that we can get to. I just sort of, I don't know, I instinctively thought that that was the case because I was looking over, I saw the item here on the rooftops, and I thought, huh, it sure seems logical that we would just fall down from the roof above it and then the belfry above it. And then I came back off camera the other day and I looked inside. I looked inside and I realized, let me see if I can find the right angle here. I looked inside and I realized, you can just barely see it, but there is a ladder. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There's a ladder here. So of course we have to get inside somehow. The problem is that I was thinking all these complicated thoughts about trying to find a sending gate somewhere or something, some other way, like a secret tunnel way below Raya Lucaria. And I think all that I need to do is just get around, walk, make the jump that we're supposed to make, which I failed the first time, and just go around these rooftops until we get to that platform down below. And that's going to bring us up through the belfry. It's just a very simple, maybe not easy to execute, but it is not a complicated sequence of events. You just have to navigate some rooftops. So let's do that, shall we? Or let's at least try to do that. And we'll try to clear the way a little bit first, get that guy out of here. The way we want this to work is I want to run at the highest point of this that I can run off of, that I can launch from, and jump to the lowest point on that roof. So we want this to be at a slight angle, right? And we probably don't have to actually go back very far. It's not like I need like a huge running start. I just need to be like right here and do that. It was not that tough. It was not that tough of a jump. You do have to be ready for the ambush that was set up to greet us. Okay. I don't know that we're supposed to go to that. Like, that's another jump we could make, but then I don't think we can jump back? Question mark? Maybe we could. Now I want to be thorough and explore the top, because I haven't been to the top of that roof, and there might be an item over there. Okay, well, this might result in a death, but that's okay. That's okay. We've got plenty of rune arcs. If we take we'll chalk it up to a silly science death if we must. It's this getting back jump. That's the part that I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to safely make here. So this might be the silly science death. Ooh. I wasn't scared. You guys were terrified, I'm sure. I wasn't scared for a second. Not even a moment. Are we at the edge of the range here? We're not. This spell is so good. Give me a trickle heal. We need to be ready still, though, for avionettes that might be stalking us from places unbeknownst. Like up here, maybe? I'm not able to lock onto anything, so we'll see. We're finally here, though. Oh my god. All that time, all that overthinking and overcomplication. Finally here. Okay, okay. All right, all right. Do I have my lantern on? I do not. If I had my lantern on, I would have seen that coming. It's all right. Just marionettes. No big deal. More paintings of our friendly faces at Raya Lucaria. Time to do some climbing. We're definitely going to get our ladder steps in today. This may be the longest ladder that we've come across so far. Let me just go ahead and hydrate while we're climbing. Just a sneaky little ladder hydrate. I do love these Spanish Night Greaves. They're so good. All right. Okay, okay. No, we're not attacked immediately. It's a good start. And we have a chest. Dang it! It's a full moon crossbow. Okay. Well, so we're not finding the key to the chest that is next to Renala. I didn't necessarily really expect that to be up here, but I was hoping. A man can dream. But we got a crossbow, I guess. Can you tell? Can you sense the disappointment in my voice? Full moon crossbow. Does this one-of-a-kind crossbow open chests by any chance? An enchanted crossbow of exquisitely detailed craftsmanship made to celebrate the matrimonial union and reconciliation between the houses of the Erd Tree and the full moon, Leyndell and Raya Lucaria. The two rings dance when reloading the weapon. Reveals true worth when used with holy infused bolts. Interesting. Holy infused bolts. It still requires intelligence, though. But you can use holy infused bolts. Do we have any of those? Or have we come across the ability to craft those or buy those anywhere? Is that what perfumer's bolts are? No, these are fire damage. Explosive bolts are also fire damage. Meteor bolts, magic damage. Yeah, I don't know where we get the holy infused bolts. Not that that would make me jump ship to a faith crossbow build. I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, we can at least cross off the mystery of the Raya Lucaria rooftops, even if that doesn't cross off the mystery of the locked chest. That's a bummer. That's a bummer because I'd love to get this something tells me that this chest here I can't even swing my this is a pacifist zone. There's no like hitting the chest as though it would be a mimic or something. There's no mimics in Elden Ring. I could roll into it. I mean, something tells me this is a chest in the boss room, the boss of the zone. The boss that gives us the rune. Something tells me that this chest contains whatever we put on the pedestal in the Carian study hall. It's just, where do we get the stinking key? I'm sure you all know. I'm sure you all know. And maybe there will come a point when I need a nudge. Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe I just need to do some more backtracking through Raya Lucaria. I did not do a fully extensive backtrack because I wanted to explore that rooftop, figure out what was up there, and then, you know, at that point, reevaluate. And so we did not get the key to that chest, so I'm gonna have to reevaluate. Going to have to think about it. So, where do we go from here? That's a good question. I think what I wanted to do then, we want to resume Caelid. And we could go through that fog gate. That's one thing we could definitely do. I do have a rune arc that is still intact, so I think maybe it makes sense for us to go to the Sellia Understair. Let me quickly check my notes. Let me just verify what I had. We've done the Crumbling lands. Our introduction to Crumbling, Farum, Azula. We've done the Raya Lucaria rooftop jump. I think the next thing that I wanted to do, if we had not taken a death and our rune arc was still intact, I think I wanted to start checking out the swamp. Is that what I wanted to do? I think I had thought of two potential ways to approach this next stage of events. We could actually go up to the Backstreet boys. The Backstreet, sending Sight of Grace and run around and find Millicent and maybe explore up this way, because there's a big dude throwing magic pots that's kind of an asshole that we should take care of. I think let's actually do that. Let's go to I don't want to do a beacon. I just want to warp to the Sellia Backstreets, and let's proceed from there. I do want to go through that fog gate, but we're going to hold off on going through that fog gate for a moment. I am going to, however, reapportion. You know, maybe we'll keep it at 7-4. Maybe 7-4 is a smarter walking around. We're in the open world. It's kind of better to have slightly more healing, on-demand healing for random deathrite birds that you might come across, as opposed to just having as many trickle heals as you want. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay, that kind of caught me off guard there, because of the way that hat was sliding across the ground. That was really funny. But it did not register that this is an assembling skeleton here. I had a feeling it might be one of the stronger. There's some of these skeletons are like, I don't know, executioners or something. There was something about that particular skeleton. Maybe they move faster, or they have heavier weapons. But I had a feeling that guy was not just going to die in one hit to a holy pot. Yep, okay. There we go. I was waiting for more of them to assemble. So we are not regretting keeping stocked up on holy pots. I keep talking a big game about how I'm going to use all these other different pots at my disposal, but we always fall back on the holy pots, because man, they are the most useful. I made 10 of those just because that's the most that I can make. I have 15 cracked pots. For a second, I thought I still had some cracked pots elsewhere that I thought that I had used or allocated some cracked pots to that I still had some unused oil pots or something like that. All right, we're continuing the mission, the life's work of D. We're continuing in his footsteps, taking out, oh my god. Okay, that's a thing. That's a thing that can happen, apparently. Just, what are these sounds that I'm hearing? More skeletons, okay. That's a cool trick. So you don't just have the Sen's Fortress troll that's throwing magic pots on you, exploding gigantic jars, but you get the Sen's Fortress balls of death that just appear out of nowhere. At least we could have kind of maybe have guessed that the Raya Lucaria version was going to happen because there was a big static portal that's just sitting there. You might not still have guessed it. You might have just been like, huh, that's a weird looking portal. And then Ball of Death. This one just freaking appeared out of nowhere. And here comes another one. Oh my God. Dude, I think it actually, it's not, I could be wrong, but it sure looked like it took direct aim at us. I don't think that it is scripted to just, I don't think that its pathing is set up to automatically go down the road. I think it actually paths to the player's current position. So, man, you really, okay, we need to be ready to dash to the side and hopefully in the process not go off of a cliff. I love, though, that we're stocked on holy pots and that is our thing, because in situations like this, it's so good. I do see the church coming up, and we could sprint for the church, but I'm feeling in a more, a bit of a mosey mode, if you want to call it. Just feeling like moseying ever so patiently through a graveyard, taking my time, mowing down those who live in death. Dodging crossbow bolts as best I can. There is definitely a more noteworthy... It's hard to call it a gravestone. It's more like a mini mausoleum. Feels like what we saw at the bottom of Raya Lucaria, doesn't it? Oh, and there's also Kindred of Rot up there. I'm so glad that we know what to call those assholes now. This is going to be a stronger version. You can, they've got a hitbox. They've got a hitbox that you don't have to wait around for. I like that. Okay, after this guy, we need to craft more pots. More pots, please. Let's go check out that more notable... They do come out of the underground sometimes. I was thinking to myself that at least you can see the skeletons. You can kind of see their bones on the ground and know they're coming, but not so much. Not necessarily. Okay. Kindred of Rot. What's the story with these bigger gravestones or whatever? This is actually something different. I think the one that we saw in Raya Lucaria was a little bit bigger, a little bit more like an actual small mausoleum. This one is just a big gravestone. There's gradients. There's all sorts of gradients of those who live in death and their status symbols. Because that's really what it comes down to, right? It's just, my gravestone's bigger than yours. I'm determined to take out every last skeleton in this graveyard, even if it kills me. And it may, because in the process of taking out every single skeleton, you never know when there's going to be another instant ball of death portal that pops out. Oh, I love those guys die in one hit. Oh, that makes me so happy. Oh, I'm so glad, you assholes. are not going to be a headache in that regard. Aeonian butterflies, please. Thank you, thank you. And that means... Church of the Plague. Looks like we have a new type of crafting material. Oh, it's a sacramental bud. Wow, okay. I just hadn't... have not ingrained in yet how these look. Millicent. Okay, they have alerted us. If we didn't already know, we sort of knew. And I saw her when we walked in. We know to be on the lookout, though, for a maiden in distress with an ailment. I almost threw a holy pot at you. I'm glad I didn't do that instead of going to my telescope. A cure... A curse without a cure. A sickness without a cure, if I remember Gowry's dialogue correctly. But a sickness that we can get you some painkillers for. And we're definitely going to try to do that. Millicent, talk to us.
Who's there? Well, it matters not. If you are wise, you will leave immediately. My flesh writhes with scarlet rot. It is a curse, not to be meddled with by man.
I've been called many things in my time. Wise ain't one of them.
If you are wise, you will leave immediately. My flesh writhes with scarlet rot. If you are wise, my flesh...
Okay, man, I wish we could just, you know... I've got kind of the cure for the scarlet rot. But apparently this is not a transferable cure. So she is there's nothing more to do for Millicent until we can acquire the treatment that has been proposed by Gowry. Sacred Tear. I, for a second, wasn't sure exactly what it was called. But of course, we have found Marika in a church and a epic item in front of her, which means it can only be our Sacred Tear number 8. I don't remember exact. I know we have +7. So I guess, yeah, this is number 8, isn't it? And we will go ahead and use that. Of course we will. And I am going to rest or not. I'm actually not going to rest at the moment. Let's not bring back all the enemies just yet. I am curious to see... This is a lot of sacramental bud. But I want to say that it's supposed to be exceedingly rare to find, which means I think that it's not going to respawn when we rest. But I kind of want to test it, but also I don't want to respawn the enemies just yet. However, man, this graveyard and this church has maybe more sacramental bud than you're ever going to need. This guy. Let's see if we can get him with a charged, a charged frenzy burst, but one that is not powered by. Dang it. Okay, so you have to, if you want to get the one shot, you do have to go with both Flame Grant Me Strength and Charged Burst, which is satisfying enough where I might just decide to do that every single time because that's what they deserve. Ooh, Artery Leaf. And so much sacrament. Much sacraments to be had. Now... Ooh. Oh, is this a singing bat lady person? I think so. That's what it looks like. Huh. I was trying to find the big... Oh, the troll is going to be over there. I didn't realize we're still well beyond this gate. The magic pot throwing troll is not going to be for a ways still. All right, so we've got a little ways to go before we do that. Let's try to explore this area in full. Have our magic pots at the ready as we continue through Graveyard. Those who live in death. according to Roger, the misunderstood, those who live in death, the ones who have done nothing wrong, they just found a flaw in the order. Whatever that means. Oh, I see a star dial here as well. I guess it's probably, you know, it's probably more of a moon dial. But I just like the sound of star dial. It goes with starlight shards. we haven't seen the octopi in a while. Are we still? We are technically on the Caelid portion of the map. So, how much do I care about taking out all the octopi? Oh, I do think, I just remembered we picked up, that was another thing that happened in Sellia Town of Sorcery, was we got this painting. The Redmane painting. There's a very, those ruins there are quite distinct, actually. The pattern that they are arranged in is actually one that you could pick out pretty clearly if you're given the right skyline, I think. The only question is where. Bats or anything that are going to jump down on me? This is it. That's the skyline there. You've got the broken arch. You've got the broken arch right here. This arch is intact. And then you've got the 1, 2, 3. We just need to be over in that direction. There's also a catacombs gatekeeper here. That is pointing down. It feels like it's pointing down to the dunes. Is it possible that we're going to be, there's going to be stuff to explore once we defeat Radahn? That would actually kind of make sense, wouldn't it? Because this is such a big area for it to just be a boss arena. It does look like it's pointing right down at the, where the beach. Yeah, I think I can see the door there in the distance, right where the beach intersects with the cliff face. Okay, something to look forward to. Do we want to, can we keep going in this direction? We can if we're willing to deal with some skeletons first. And does the lava take care of him? I think it does. In that case, the lava does take care of him. Mikola's Lily, you say? I don't think there would be any chance that we would... that it wouldn't make any sense for us to have a path down to the dunes from here. These... Gosh, if you go over... If you look over there, though, I'm wondering about dropping down. Does the game want you to be able to drop down? Maybe it does. Because I could see this being a series of drops that are actually doable, that you would be able to live. Or maybe even those there with Torrent. Wow, I don't know if I've ever used a magma guillotine against one of these guys. That did not deal as much damage as I was hoping it would. It could be that we are dealing with some very, very powered up octopi. Nice. Wasn't totally sure that I was gonna get around in time to get the critical hit, but man, that is the way to go against octopi. You really want that critical hit. All right. Is there anything else over here? It doesn't look like it, but I guess we're getting a boost to our runes. So why don't we just get plus 54 for a small octopus. Maybe we get a flashback. We should get a flashback once we get that last octopus. There we go. Okay, all right, so... Aha, but there is a path around. There is a path around here, and there's more, more graveyard to deal with. And this feels like this would be also a prime location for another instant ball of death. All right, we're getting the skeleton welcome to start. Oh, these guys are a little different looking. They got some shields. Have we seen those who live in death with shields before? Group some of you guys up. Get that holy pot value. Trying. Not working out so well. Good thing we're not running out of holy pots anytime soon. I'm just going to keep crafting them. This is the land of those who live in death. In addition to the scarlet rot. This feels like a bit of a sus opening. A sus empty space. When that happens in Elden Ring, sometimes it's an empty space. Sometimes there's an arterial leaf to find. Sometimes there are massive fire sword wielding trolls. Sometimes you just get it all. All right, let's get our arterial leaf. And there is a piece of loot over here. And I think I see a spirit spring as well. Where are we on the map? We're kind of at... Okay, we're at the edge of the Caelid map. Perhaps we are entering into the Dragonbarrow, technically. I'm really trying to spawn some of those boulder portals. Oh, hello there. I missed you. Whoa! You also missed me. Okay, you... Wait a second. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This is a stone crown guy. This guy is, I remember, I think we faced against one of these guys. Well... We didn't exactly face off against him. You tried to headbutt me. That's a funny trick. That's a funny trick there. Dude tried to freaking headbutt us. You're hilarious. 2 beast blood. We haven't run across any rotted birds or dogs yet today, but it would be if we do, I will try to remember to try these beast lure pots. I'm going to try. What was I saying though? This guy we met back in that cave that was at the crystal cave below Raya Lucaria, right? We just really never faced, we sniped him to death. So we never got a taste of that spell that he just launched at us. There's so many different sorceries that I don't know for sure what that is, if that's a comet shard or what the hell it's supposed to be. His melee attacks, headbutt notwithstanding. The other melee attacks, though, were actually not... He was doing a pretty good amount of damage. The difficulty is scaling up. As it should. We're in Caelid. We're not in Limgrave anymore. I think this is going to take us up into the Dragonbarrow, and this is kind of where I'm going to... we'll ride this Spirit Spring, and we're going to see if there is a Site of Grace to bank nearby. But otherwise, I think that is where we're going to draw the line and segment our exploration into a... The Dragonbarrow is going to be for later. But let's at least take a look around. Ooh, there's a Divine Tower. Rails Dragonbarrow. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? I'm so ready to just jet out of here as soon as this dragon decides to really come after me. There is not just this dragon with red eyes, though. There is something else that is far, far more massive than we have seen yet. Holy fucking shit. What the fuck? Oh my god, this is insane. This is insane, dude. I'm just sitting here hoping that I'm not going to be attacked by these dragons that are just part of the landscape now. These are just regular enemies in a soon to be explored zone in Elden Ring. But yeah, this is part of why I am drawing the line. This is part of why I'm drawing the line and saying we are not. There is part of me that wouldn't mind trying to like see if there's a Site of Grace that we can find up by this fort. But also that might run me directly into the path of one of these dragons. It would, I think we would be in line of sight of that dragon over there for sure. And then who knows how this big ass wing that's sticking out. I heard the growl. And then I saw the wing, I saw the back, and then I saw the other dragons that were waking up. You know, oh, and there's a third dragon that's like the size of these guys that's patrolling over there. These guys are just regular enemies. Okay, all right. Yeah, we're getting out of here. That was a fun. Well, fun maybe not the word. I don't know exactly what word. No, I know exactly what word or combination of words describes that situation. Scared shitless. my nerve and holding it together went directly out the window. And that's all it took. That's all it fucking took was red eyes dragons, red-eyed dragons that are just, you know, regular enemies. That's all it took. All right. Okay, we have explored, I'm gonna say, thoroughly now in this direction as far as no, we actually, oh, I actually, no, what I said is correct. We have explored to the north and to the east of the church, which is kind of what I wanted to accomplish. Let's do this. Let's do our, we'll get ready to do our trickle heal. We have not yet used our sacred tear that we picked up. That's okay. That's okay. We'll use it. Wait a second. Did I miss this? Did I miss the sacramental bud? Or do they grow back? I don't think they grow back. I think I just missed it. How do I We want to go down, right? We want to go down. There must be a path. Ooh. I just noticed. Something I want to look at. Man, more skeletons. When do you guys stop? When? Okay, we're gonna do this. Nope. We're gonna do this. And then we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna craft some holy pots. We'll craft 5 of them this time. Leave some room for some others just in case. And then we're gonna look in our telescope at this thing. Because it's another skull. Or maybe it's the skull that that I saw from a distance. I don't know. I feel like it might be, because this might be when I was on the other side of the swamp, way over there. This might be what I saw. Why do these look like skulls? Were they actually giants? And now they've just, this is the final stage of decay that the rotted giants eventually reached. That is crazy to think about. Oops. For some reason, I got acquire materials in my head and then thought to press the telescope button. Singing bat ladies. All right. Sniper mode. Oh, I see lots of bats hanging around over there on the left. Nice. Perfect. That works out just splendidly. And we get a flashback. I love it. Drink, please. Frenzied Burst is the best. It's like playing Elden Ring on easy mode, pretty much. Nope. I didn't see you. I was going for the other bat singing lady. These ones are not singing, notably. They just are the same enemy or character model or whatever you wanna call it. Do not go out of reach. I thought this guy was gonna patrol back to where I couldn't target him. A golden rune 9. Oh, hello there. Uncharged? They do die just from an uncharged Frenzied Burst, which is nice. Is there another one sitting out over here? There is. I might be able to just sneak up on that one. Shit. I think I sort of heard the sound from this guy, but I didn't quite register what was going on. Because that's the Let's Play tax. When you're narrating through your thoughts, the brain power that is devoted to speaking may not necessarily register fully. Oh, wait a second. There's a bat that's about to sneak up on me from behind. Nice. Yeah, that hitbox, like the initial hit from the lava, does seem to stay active. It's not like it's not the initial hit only. It does stay active for a little bit. I see an item up there. We'll get that eventually. This is a nice little view of Redmane Castle over here, though. Not backstabbable, perhaps. A little bit worried about swinging myself off the ledge. I didn't go for the final hit because of that. I feel like that's a legitimate worry. Golden Rune 9s though, baby. Can I squeeze in 2 more of these, I wonder? Drink, please. Drink! Oh my god. The output lag from the Frenzy Burst. Apparently I can't drink right away. I don't know if I've ever tested this. I'm imagining that they only drop the Golden Rune 9s one time. That feels like that'd be a silly thing for them to just drop those repeatedly. And you would just farm Golden Rune 9s. Something tells me that's not a thing. But have I actually tested it? I don't know. I don't think I have. Golden Rune 5. Such weak sauce. Imagine looting Golden Rune 5s and really getting excited about it. I see demi-humans, and I see our magic pot and nuisance there in the distance. I was gonna say, how did I not get all three of them? Borto and Foulfoot, let's go. All right, here is the upper section of this. What do you call this? It's not a fort. Gateway? Ah, I see what the deal is. I see what the deal is. Don't be trying that greatsword business with me. Do not keep your magic greatsword to yourself. Black key bolts. We've picked these up before, apparently. Okay, we have. Oh, it builds up scarlet rot. I totally forgot about these. Did we get this from the hold? I think this is one of those. The Crapus Black Key crossbow we do have, and we picked it up in the hold, I'm pretty sure. Used for sniping, has very long range. Weapon of Crapus, who served the two fingers from the shadows of the round table as the head confessor. Expert at getting fools to confess. The two fingers is up to some shady business, aren't they? Okay. We saw, I think I did see this, this tower that's kind of in ruins. I saw this when we were down in the town of Sorcery. So we finally got up here. We'll check it out. Lots of potential beast bones to be farmed in this area. If you're into that sort of thing. Okay. What's the gag? Who's waiting to jump out at me? I knew there had to be somebody. It's a bloodhound. Did he not aggro to us? We only got him to turn around from hearing us. Let's just go in. Let's just go in with the sword. Swamp Lookout Tower. I was hoping we'd get a little bit more of a direct impact against you. That'll work though. That's fine. That's totally fine. Swamp Lookout Tower, is that what it said? Waiting for some other shenanigans here. There is a spell called Eternal Darkness. It's been a long time since I played that old N64 game called Eternal Darkness. The only thing I really remember from that game is the time on the clock was 3:33. I don't remember anything else. Other than that, it was a trip. And a lot of fun. A good game. I think my brother... One of my brothers told me recently that he plays that game quite often, actually, from time to time. It's one of his favorites. So we have Eternal Darkness. What is the Elden Ring version like? Creates dark space that draws in spells. 35 intelligence required. Forbidden sorcery of Sellia. Creates a space of darkness that draws in sorceries and incantations. Can be cast while in motion. Originally a lost sorcery of the Eternal City. The despair that brought about its ruin made manifest. So they sucked themselves into a black hole. Is that what happened? Or a black hole of despair. And that spell makes it manifest. I see. Eternal Darkness acquired. All right. Anything else around here? I think we got the main deal. Let's keep it moving. Eternal Darkness. Anything else? Maybe here that any secret ledges to drop down to. We need to make sure of that. There is a spot to drop down to the... we haven't, like, exhaustively explored this area that's been patrolled by the marionettes because it's sort of under fire. And we need to clear the way to give ourselves some peace and quiet. Ooh, there's a lot of Aeonian butterflies out here. Oh yeah, this is where I saw the demi-humans are hanging out in the middle of this sort of brush fire area. They might not be Aeonian butterflies. They might just be regular old smoldering butterflies. Okay, demi-human time. They have fire bombs. Have they had fire bombs before? Probably. It's been a while since we've taken on the demi-humans. I don't remember all the tricks they have in their arsenal. Suppose at some point they're going to discover fire, you know. It's only inevitable. They are smoldering butterflies. Okay, all right. Pick them up. Why not? And we will inch our way closer to taking on... Let's call him Frank. We need to give a name to this guy. This guy is Frank. Frank. I gotta tell you, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of your work. Not a fan. All right, you're out of here, Frank. Hopefully, in another life, you will, you know, have resolved your issues where you don't have to resort to killing innocent jars and infusing them with magic and raining them down upon strapping young tarnished. I'm hoping that does. I hope that Frank is gone for good. I'm hoping that he is not going to respawn. But maybe we will explore the area below just in case. Just in case he does respawn. Maybe we'll make that a priority here so that we can, we don't have to worry about all that nonsense. I would have guessed that there would be something up here, like a rotting bird. Or some loot or something. But nothing to be found, huh? Not even like an Arteria leaf? Maybe Arteria leaves do not grow up here. What do I see below, though? What is this? That is my runes pickup. This is where we died last. Well, you know, I suppose that's a thing. I suppose we could pick that up. I think it's like 60 runes. And maybe that's why this is here. This is a way for us to navigate down to the bottom. Once you have taken out the troll, you get to just drop down this lovely rotted fungus overgrowth and have the softest of landings as a result. So you can find your way to where you last died. Oh my goodness. Where are we at here on the map? Where are we at? We have, I think, now explored this upper area that I wanted to get done before we started checking out the swamp. The swamp is, I guess that's the main event, if you will. So let's find our way down. We're gonna start wading into the swamp, I guess. We did find a site of grace that was here, the southern Aeonian swamp bank, so that's good. It does look like we can drop down. It is pretty hilarious that that runes pickup is still there. +7. +7 runes. There you go. Now, I think we already went over here, right? I think we checked out this edge of the map. I think we did go over here in this direction. Feel like we have, once we took out the Deathrite bird, we made sure that that area was explored. So we're just being, you know, our usual thorough selves here. This landscape, oh, there's another skull here, isn't there? That's what we were on top of just now. Would there be anything hidden in these recesses, the nasal, the former nasal cavities or eye sockets? Any items hidden in? Oh my god, this is gross. Now that I realize what we're dealing with here, these are just giant corpses. Or at least that is a giant skull, formerly a corpse. All right, now we can pick up this piece of loot here, where before we would have had something drop directly on our heads as a result. Oh, Golden Rune 2, yes. These guys look like they're about to, like, explode. I'm trying to line them up here. Trying to line up the shot. Ooh, almost all three of them. Yeah, these are the fiery marionette boys. Let's not let them do any of that business. I guess the other we didn't really fully explore here either. The Sellia Gateway. That's what it's called. That's the name, the Sellia Gateway. Because I was honestly a little bit worried about this guard dog. That's kind of what this is. It's a guard dog, isn't it? Like, he's got, like, the spiked... This is Spike, the guard dog. I mean, just look at the collar. That's how you tell. Let's do some sniping. God damn it. One of these times, I will work out the proper spell rotation. Fortunately, Spike don't have much health. Does Spike drop anything interesting? Hefty beast bone. Okay. Is Gowry mad that we killed Spike? Have we failed the quest line? Let's find out. Gowry has become hostile.
First, you must find it's hidden, then I will the secret.
He might not know about Spike yet. Nobody tell him. Nobody say a word. Let's finish exploring this area here around the former target practice area for Frank. Frank's shooting range. Let's finish checking around here. And then I think we will actually start our exploration of the swamp in earnest. We will start it at the northern end, and maybe even check out the Sellia Crystal Tunnel. It might be time, after all this time, it might finally, the moment maybe has arrived for us to seek our revenge. Especially now that we know what those stinking kindred of rot are called. I think that's what we're gonna do. And I'm also curious to see if Frank respawns. We also have a sacred tear to use. Let's do that. We're still at 4 golden seeds. We haven't jumped up into 5 golden seed territory yet. So we're 2 out of 4. Frank. I think Frank's gone. Good to know. Kind of what I was expecting. We might have been able to, now that I think about it, we might have been able to climb up to Frank from this side. I totally had that, I had ruled out that possibility. I thought for sure the game was going to make us go all the way around, which we did. It is what we ended up doing. But I think there might have been an alternate option to scale that skull. Now, with that said, we're going to start over here. We're going to head back to where we basically started the episode at the northern end, near the northern end of the swamp, near Sellia. That's what we're going to do. And, because part of the other thing that I wanted to try, I actually might need to sit back down at the site of grace, because I just remembered one of the things that I did have on my notes that I wanted to review was this intel regarding the land squirts. Poison will cause them to rupture. We should try this out, because there are those giant land squirts that are over near the Sellia Crystal Tunnel, aren't there? So we're going to temporarily, for the sake of science, we're going to temporarily swap out the Flame of Frenzy for Poison Mist. Could do the Flame of the Fell God as well. Let's actually do that. It leaves us an extra slot. And, but that's fine. An extra slot is no big deal. All right. Frenzy burst these guys again. I don't need to charge it. They die in one hit. Or they die with an uncharged hit. And we're going to trace back our steps from so long ago. Running in abject terror and perhaps a bit of anger at the events of the Sellia Crystal Tunnel. And we're going to get our poison mist out here and see what that does, if anything. Now, I wonder if this is the type of land squirt that's going to... It's a poison land squirt, so, I mean, would this really... This couldn't possibly work, could it? The thing is, it's a Scarlet Rot land squirt, so maybe it will. It's been poisoned. It's been poisoned. Now, what is it? Oh, shit. It actually completely... It literally ruptures. Whoa. That's a cool trick. That's a very cool trick. These guys are not the most foreboding enemy in the game. But at the same time, Scarlet Rot is nothing... Scarlet Rot is not exactly a pleasant experience. So being able to maintain some distance... And now, did we actually get the souls or the runes that were a? Did we actually reap the benefits of poisoning the big land squirts, causing that rupture? It didn't feel like we got. I might not have done the poison mist close enough. It looks like it's not close enough to... You really got to get in tight. At the risk of getting your own Scarlet Rot in return. Did we get him this time? There we go. There we go. Watching to see whether... There we go, 523 runes. We got it immediately as soon as the rupture took place. Oh, the Scarlet Rot is still happening. It does take a moment for the Scarlet Rot to fully dissipate. That is a neat trick. And I kind of want to do it again. You just got to make sure you're close enough. I did notice the marionettes down here, who are they just happen to be lined up 2 in a row. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, it's almost actually a bit of a shame to snipe them from afar, because then you don't get to see that business. you don't get the chuckle, the free entertainment. Let's get this invisible scarab here. Dang it. I was in the right spot. I just didn't time things. Let's stay here. Let's, we could hit him with the Flame of Frenzy. But I think we are going to head into the Sellia Crystal Tunnel. Now that we're here, I think it makes sense for us to, maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Maybe we will continue to focus on the swamp. No, I'm too late. I lost focus. It might make more sense because we really want to accomplish our main objective of the day, which is finding a needle somewhere in the swamp. Try not to get distracted by looking around the swamp. I want to focus on timing that scarab. Okay, poison armament. We have another incantation, I think. It is an incantation. Enchant right-hand armament with poison. A fitting armament or a fitting incantation to hand over to us as we are finally putting the land squirt intel to use. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. God damn it. L1, not L2. There's some loot out there in the middle. There is no loot from the land squirt. Dude, look at the lighting effect there. That is so awesome. It is right at sunset, so. All right, Torrent, save us from the harsh realities of the swamp of Aeonia. This is a key item right here. Could this be our needle? It's a rune arc. That's good. We are well excited now about rune arcs. I will take as many of those as I can get. Sorry, Torrent, that you had to get some arrows in you there. Sorry about that. But you are getting a trickle heal. So those arrows are going to be, you're going to be back to normal in no time. It'll be like it never even happened. Where are they hiding the needle? That's right. These little rot geysers. Forgot about those. Do we need the big scarab? I guess we sort of do. I don't know exactly how many flasks that fills up, but I know it fills up cerulean flasks, and we needed one, so we'll take it. Was that an arterial leaf? It was, man. That blended in pretty well. I almost missed that. Oh, dude, those are some big dragonflies. Why do I keep punching with my seal? They are really vulnerable to fire. They do not like the Flame of Frenzy. Can I get a 2 for 1? I got a no for 1. Because these things are like spastically... Oh my god, they've found the antidote for my Frenzy Flame. Just move around like... Oh god, that is so fucking unbelievable. How many misses can I have? Why are they like... Why were they grouping up like that? Like, I don't understand. Okay, I missed... I didn't realize that the scarab had... Oh, man. Dragonflies, they're... Like, real-life dragonflies do not freak me out. I think they're actually really cool. But, man, do they have a way in Elden Ring of just... Like, the whole earwig thing. Bringing out that fear is something they know how to do with me. I am going to quickly reboot the game here so I can get my... so I can get this scarab. I love how all the dragonfly corpses... Oh! Yeah. Okay. All right. I love how the dragonfly corpses all go back to where they were originally and then died. Ragdoll. We get an Ash of War Sacred Ring of Light. Yo, is this a throwback to the Holy Discs? The DS3 Holy Discs? It's an Ash of War. It's usable on pole arms. Great spears accepted. Sacred Ring of Light used by the commanders of the Cleanrot Knights. Gather a Sacred Ring of Light in the armament, then fire it forwards. Can be fired in rapid succession. Huh. I think now that they mention it, that was one of that was one of the abilities of that Clean Rot Knight that we fought way back in the day. What do you know? We got to use it on a pole arm, though. I have to think about that one. Where are we here? Did I turn my, I did not turn my lantern on. Let's get the lantern going. Okay, epic item there. Anytime I see an epic item, it could be... It's a Clean Rot Knight! Oh, shit! It's a Clean Rot Knight! Oh, my goodness. So they just... I think I see another one. They just surface out of the swamp. So some of these might just be corpse assets. Aha! There's the spinning discs. No, they are all ready to pop out. I just needed, I wasn't hitting him with my sword. I needed to hit him with the Flame of Frenzy. Oh my goodness. I hate that move. That's the frickin' Maldron the Assassin. Anytime that any enemy charges with a spear like that, it's just instant PTSD. Sorry, Torrent. All right. Clean Rot Knights. I don't know if they're the ones causing those geysers. I don't think so. I think they're just laying in wait. They do not want to attract attention. They want to sneak. They want to just get the drop on you. They will happily do that. All right. We're cleaning out what was going to otherwise be an ambush when we go to pick up this epic item. What? Aeonian butterflies are an epic item? What the hell? That was a disappointment. I'm like, maybe this is our needle. Maybe this is our needle. Not even close. Dude, there are so many Clean Rot Knights. So many Clean Rot Knights. No, not that move. I spammed the input there. I spammed R1, I got scared. But we had a tree branch that saved us. Enemy pathing was obstructed. Dude, ooh, these look like Radon swords right here. Dude, those look like Radon swords. There's only one Radon, right? Please tell me there's only one General Radon. It could actually be... This could actually be not just a Radon sword. The other swords are much smaller and potentially much longer. It's hard to tell. They're embedded in the swamp, but I wonder if those are the swords that... Well, the type of sword that Melania would wield. Probably not the exact swords, but that feels like this is like an homage to Radon and Melania. And maybe this swamp, was this like ground zero of their fight? Something from the story trailer that I did not make any sense of at the time, but just thought it was so freaking cool looking, was like the big old the Goku hair that that Radon spawns. I wonder if that was the actual moment that all this scarlet rot came about. We know we have the dialogue from the finger reader crone that talks about the flower blooming. Is that a reference to that was how the scarlet, you know, that particular moment from the story trailer with the hair? Is that the flower blooming? So far, we're managing to keep our head above water here in the swamp. Because fortunately, the Clean Rot Knights are not particularly well suited to deal with Flame of Frenzy. So that's a plus in our column. I see a scarab out there. Scanning for any other things that may come into my attention, such as Clean Rot Knights trying to sneak up on us. Wow. Dropped a Trina's Lily. Trina's Lilies can just drop as... Is that a... What's the word? I did not mean to dismount. Am I being invaded? I'm being invaded. Invaded by Millicent! No! No, Millicent, don't do it to us. Okay, I need to... Let's try to focus here. Where's Millicent at? We're going to drink. Oh, there's Millicent. Whoa, whoa! I have Scarlet Rot. I forgot that that's part of the... You are in a Scarlet Rot swamp if you don't get to ride on Torrent. Let me try to not panic my way into some sort of silly death here. Let's get Flame Cleanse me, and let's get to a spot where we're not being jumped by Millicent, and perhaps we can survive this. Oh my god, no. No, 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 no. Get me over here. Okay, let's, I want to Magma Guillotine at some point. At some point, I want to Magma Guillotine. I need a drink. Millicent, she kind of went flying at an awkward angle there, didn't she? Oh, I love this Magma Guillotine move. It's so good. It's so good. All right, Millicent, you're out of here. Millicent vanquished. And we got quite a few things from that. Sacramental Bud, Golden Rune 3, Golden Rune 5, and Golden Rune 10. Ooh. All of a sudden, Golden Rune 9s are old news. All right, I did my best to hold it together there. Like with a lot of invaders, there wasn't too much health to go through. So... Millicent, we were running scared for a lot of that. You just have to get your bearings, right? All of a sudden, you're unexpectedly dismounted from Torrent, and at first, my mind goes to, did I just accidentally click L3 somehow? It took like a couple seconds to kick in. Oh, I'm being invaded. There was also a Clean Rot Knight that spawned that we had to take care of. And then we're standing in the middle of the Scarlet Rot. So many things happening, but I didn't fully lose it there, which is good. Let's check out our Golden Rune 10. There's some new text here. 5,000 runes. Let's compare it to... So this one, the Golden Rune 5 says Lingering Trace of Gold. This one says Lingering Residue of Gold. The Grace of Gold blessed those who were first to serve it with the most vivid coloration. So those who were the first to serve it were blessed with the most vivid coloration. An interesting blessing. We apparently, I completely missed this. I did not see that we picked up a Clean Rot Knight sword. Piercing sword of the Clean Rot Knights who fought alongside Melania, Blade of Mikola. Mainly used as a backup weapon in combination with a long-handled armament. Yeah, they love their spears first and foremost. Impaling Thrust, we know that one pretty well. And it's a, looks like a nice quality build weapon. Anything noteworthy about this? Let's take a look at it. Sort by most recent. Oh, I do have to go out of the menu to actually switch. Not that. That's it. All right, it's pretty cool. It is definitely rotted. You can see on the hilt there, if that's what it's called. I do like the. It's actually pretty detailed texture, showing off the rot that has encompassed the weapon. Cool. All right, let's figure out where we're at here. Let's figure this out. I want to say that we went all the way down to the southwest side of the swamp. Let's just make sure of that. But I think we did. And if that's the case, yeah, I think we did already come down here. And I think we've oh, we're over. Wait, I rode the wrong direction. I rode the wrong way. Maybe we've not gone where I thought. There's a dead marionette though. But I see some loot over here that we haven't. Ah, okay, there's actually a bunch of loot. And one of it's an epic. Okay. So this is near that. I see. This is near, kind of in the neighborhood of Frank. Frank's former neighborhood. If I remember correctly, there are some marionettes. There should be like a magic-oriented one around here somewhere. I see some patrolling down there as well. Trying to decide whether I want to do a magma guillotine or just snipe these guys. We're gonna go sniper mode because they like to line themselves up, and the 2-for-1 value is too tough to resist. And sniper mode is a lot of fun, right? Frenzy Burst is the best spell in the game, so why not use it? So then, there's that magic guy. Oh, okay, there's you as well. Sliver of health. I was trying to target this guy. That's who I was focused on. And then this dude popped out of nowhere. You got marionettes, you got avionettes. The sorcerer's playthings. And then you got these blossoms here. Oh, I actually made that jump. little Scarlet Rot parkour here. I think I see a land squirt down there as well. All right, there's an encampment up here, which I want to say is... Have we not... I'm looking at this... No, the merchant is way over there. So this encampment that's to my left is not what I'm thinking of. Okay, can I fall down here without dying? I think so. Let's get the loot. All of the loot that was in all the chairs down here. And see who's waiting to ambush us. Is it just you? Wait for the Scarlet Rot to dissipate a little bit. And then deploy our poison secret tech and let it do its work. We don't even have to watch. Because we've seen it all before. Another rune arc. Nice. And a sacramental butt. Okay. So we still are on a hunt for this needle, I think. I don't think we've picked up anything that could be considered a needle. Clean Rot Knight Sword? No. We're still looking for, I would presume it to be a key item. We have, however, been invaded by Millicent. Is that one of the side effects of the Scarlet Rot? You have to, not only are you writhing in pain and misery, but you also just automatically become an invader. Brought over to the dark side for, to work in the service of Vare. Okay, there is a piece of loot here. Ah, there is a piece of loot. Some crab eggs. Some difficult to pick up loot, apparently. For me, at least. I think there's another skull here. Another skull by the swamp. And another land squirt down there. We are now... We're actually at the south still. Oh. No! God damn it. I want my sword. I don't think we need the poison tech against the smaller versions. Do I even need to worry about the smaller versions, if we're being honest? I don't think so. Not particularly inclined to fuck with them. I hear one of the big ones, though. Oh, there's the... There's you guys as well. Isn't Kayla just the best? Fortunately, these guys I can one-shot. Fortunately, they are not a handful. Trying to spend my mana here so I can drink my flask and get some value from clearing out the enemies. And we did that. We're actually up to 36. Oh my god, latency please. We're actually up to 36k, almost 37k runes. Time to level up. We just need to make it through the rest of the swamp. I'm so glad that we finally tried out this bit of intel. This is so much more useful than I thought it was going to be. Poison and run. Poison and hit the road. Oi! Oh boy. I don't think we quite got everybody here. There we go. I'm not seeing any items laying around, so, but we have made it back to the scarab. Okay, okay. I was sort of trying to get my bearings. That was part of what I was thinking about just now. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, shit. We have a new kind of scarab. That's the first time I've seen that trick. Just teleport it over here. Let's try to do sniper mode then, I guess. Okay. Got it. It's not a, I don't know how far that sequence could go if it would just keep teleporting around. if you try to get into melee range. Ash of War, Poisonous Mist. Bathe armament in poison and then slash, spreading toxic mist forwards. The armament retains its poison for a while. And mosquitoes are back as well. These are the tiny mosquitoes, much less unsettling than their bigger cousins. And I'm seeing now, okay, there's actually quite a few of these assets, aren't there? The Radon and Melania swords. At least that's what it looks like to me. Getting so lost here. We're back at the southern end of the swamp. So we want to head... Okay, this is, I think, where we fought in Millicent. Is there anything in these branches? I hadn't even thought about the idea of really trying to scale these branches upward. We've been up there. I think that's the Sellia Gateway. Is this guy dead? I think that Clean Rot Knight is dead. What we have to... Are we supposed to try to, you know, avoid these at all costs? These little geysers? Or is there really an enemy? It does damage to it. That's a little cloud of scarlet rot. I think we just avoid them. It's not supposed to be a creature that pops out like some sort of a sandworm or something, you know? Just avoid. Ooh, there are some ruins here. There are some ruins. Now I'm looking... Interesting. This is ruins that are... Oh, I see them now. Okay, there are ruins on the map that you can just barely make out. This is a potential likely spot for a needle to be hiding out. The Street of Sages ruins. Street of Sages, huh? There's actually a epic item right there. Epic item? We picked up Traveler's gear and a perfume bottle. Traveler's hat. Perfumer's traveling garb. Traveler's gloves. Traveler's slops. Slops? And a perfume bottle, which is a key item. Container required for crafting perfume items. Perfume items, you say? This is going to be another type of consumable. The thought had not occurred to me. And are we going to find the perfumer in the Perfumer's Grotto? Essential vessel for crafting perfume items. The art of perfuming was once jealously guarded in the capital. But after the perfumers were drafted into service during the Shattering, the art became widely practiced throughout the lands between. Widely practiced. And then we have, it's actually a couple different bits of text here. Hat of a traveling perfumer of no renown. An associate of a healer, he is said to be in search of new aromatics and flower gardens in hopes of treating misbegotten, omen, and all those seen as impure. Perfumer's traveling garb. The thick front apron, the badge of a perfumer, has been replaced with a more simple one made from soft leather. They hoped to treat misbegotten, omen, and all those seen as impure. Let's check out the Fashion Souls, even though we'll be probably getting rid of that lovely bloodstain on our helm. Where's this at here? Perfumer's garb. Huh. Okay. Okay. Not my favorite. It's alright, though. Not my favorite, but not the worst. The perfumers is an interesting idea, though. Or an interesting potential. Interesting potential there. All right, we've summoned a Mad Pumpkinhead. we finally have one of you on our side with your flail. Really want to find this needle. I really want to find it. The headbutts from the plants are certainly the most unexpected. The most unexpected source of damage. A meteorite staff. And a golden rune fork. A meteorite staff. The big hulking footsteps of the Pumpkinhead. You know when he's coming. Meteorite staff boosts gravity sorcery. Dude, S scaling on intellect. Staff embedded with dark purple glintstone said to be the fragment of a meteorite. Boasts high sorcery scaling and boosts gravity sorceries as well. However, this staff cannot be strengthened in any way. Ooh, that's a pretty significant downside. It's already too strong. It would just be... It would be too OP if you let him throw in that somber bolstering material. Okay, Pumpkinhead, stick around. Don't go anywhere just yet. We gotta finish exploring some ruins. There's more to be done. And there's an underground. There is an underground in these ruins. Shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's not how you do your magma guillotine. Scarlet Rot. Oh, because I'm in the swamp. Because of course I'm in the swamp. What am I thinking? I should just drink. Drink my flask. Don't be silly. Why am I getting off of Torrent in the Scarlet Rot Swamp? How silly of me. Dude, there's so many of these Xanthus wannabes. So much poison, so much rot. It's... Oh! Dude! I could be damaged by my own ashes. What? Dude headbutted me and Torrent, I think. I think Torrent took a hit there, too. I gave you a trickle heal and everything, dude. And that's how you show your gratitude? What the fuck? Just because you've got those insects buzzing around in your noggin, why you gotta go and headbutt me? What's up with that? The nerve of some ashes. Into the underground. Into the underground we go. Let's get in there. Oh. Oh. It's my own summon. And I just got freaked the hell out because the first thing that throws me off here is the fact that this chest is off to the side, which is sus AF. And then all of a sudden something appears out of nowhere in the right-hand side, and I'm like, I think I actually did physically jump there. Is this a transporter trap? No. It's a rock sling. Why is the chest on the side? They're just doing it. They're just doing it to fuck with you. It's just to fuck with you. Summons rocks from the earth and sends it... Wait. Summons rocks from the earth and sends it flying. We need a little bit of translation work there, guys. Pulls a clump of rocks from the earth and sends them flying. See, we got it right there. This sorcery can be cast while in motion. Although you could say, actually, you could say sends it flying in this case because you're talking about a clump of rocks. You can send it, the clump, flying. English lesson over. A gravitational technique studied by the young Radon. His master was an alabaster lord with skin of stone. Dude, let me out. Let me out. I thought he was blocking me for a second. Yo, where is this needle? Where's the needle? Well, I guess we're not done exploring the swamp yet. Don't freak out. There's still more to do. There might not be more in this. We might be done with this little, what was this called again? The Street of Sages ruins. This used to be the Street of Sages. I mean, it kind of like Sage Gallery, you know? It kind of felt like that's where the needle was supposed to be. Kind of felt. Doesn't have to be, though. I might have run right past it for all I know. We might have passed up that needle a long-ass time ago. I think I see something in the tree up here. That's an epic item. Oh my god, it did not let me loot it. I'm trying to, like, run through so I don't get hit by the holy beams. And in the process, I completely whiffed on this item. Sacramental Bud. Also not a needle. And now we've been here. This is a place we've been. Maybe we haven't fully been through here. Maybe that's where we need to be looking. We need to be looking through the thorny... This... bramble... thorny, brambled section of the swamp. It's given us a new ability. It's given us a new monument icon. Do we like the pumpkin head enough to bring... There's a site of grace there, and there's a massive crimson scarab over there as well. Okay, hold on. Stuff is happening here. I saw a clean rot knight patrolling in addition to all of that. I would like to maybe go around and get this site of grace. If it's not too much trouble, if y'all don't mind. Inner Aeonia. Find your inner Aeonia, folks. Just find your inner Aeonia, and everything will be dandy. I really want to sit down and level up, but I also don't want to respawn everything just yet. don't think there's anything we can do about these geysers. These are just here. So we let them do their thing. We can grab these butterflies that are over here. Well, let's not grab those butterflies at the moment just because Pumpkinhead is starting to phase out on me. I don't want you going anywhere. Even though you did so rudely headbutt me. Commander O'Neill. Okay, hold on a moment. Yeah, not so fast. We're gonna grab this Cleanrot's Knight Sword number 2, and we're getting out of dodge here because that is not. Now that I know there's a mini boss, Commander O'Neill. Now that puts a whole different spin on things. I get now why. I totally understand now why there is a Site of Grace there, and why they allowed us to summon another. Why we had a monument icon so soon after exploring the. That's what this area is. It's a mini boss fight, and maybe that's who has the needle. Maybe the way we procure a needle is by tussling with Commander O'Neill. O'Neill has the needle. O'Neill moves the needle. Oh, okay. It just occurred to me, of course. This is going to connect into the ravine that goes to the Deep Shifra Well. And there's a rune bear somewhere in this ravine. Okay. Okay, good. We're drawing a boundary here. We don't need to kill that gigantic Crimson Scarab. We're full on flasks. But that's good. We know where that leads. We are connecting some dots. And we're going to circle back around to take on Commander O'Neill. I would like to finish our circumnavigation of the Swamp of Aeonia. And then we can level up, and then we can get our hands dirty. I feel like we're actually done now that I think of it here. It looks like we have come back into range of the Town of Sorcery. There we go. Look at that. We started out here killing the Avionettes, and we made it all the way around. Very, very cool. I feel so accomplished. Excellent. So yeah, we need to take on a commander. And we have a very convenient Site of Grace from which to do so. Is the commander up here? No, this is where I came through here before killing these dragonflies. I just noticed the dead dragonflies. I did not realize how close we were to a boss. Oh, wait a second. What the hell? This boss, or mini-boss, has a bunch of spirits along with him that look like the guys from Castle Stormvale. Let's go around to the other side. Okay, at this point, I'm fine respawning everything. I think we have now. There's no needle here. I don't know. I may have missed some stuff, but I think it feels right that the needle is something we're gonna loot from this guy. Maybe I'm hyperfixated on this needle more than I should be. Maybe it's not the biggest deal if we don't get this. But I'd like it is the one quest line that we've been given by Sage Gowry in relation to the Swamp of Aeonia. All right, 30 vigor gets us almost to 1k HP base, but of course that's not counting our Runar hit points that we get. It does now require a new level is 40k. Runes, after this, at least, the next level is 40k. Shit's getting expensive. All right, can we get a peek? Can we get a peek at the commander here? Where'd his spirits go? Was that because it was nighttime? Does he only have the spirits if it's at night? It's a little tough to see exactly what's going on with Commander O'Neill. His armor set does look different. He looks much bigger than your average knight. He's got this really wild, I don't know if it's fur or feathers, but his cloak is really badass. And then this weapon is, it's like a halberd, but also it's got a spear on the end, or it is a spear as well. I guess halberds are kind of spears, but like it's got, I think of the halberds as having like the dual axe. Maybe not. Halberds don't normally have an axe face on both sides, do they? This one kind of has like a much longer axe on one side and then a shorter axe on the other. I don't know, whatever the description is, it looks super sick. Okay, what are we gonna do for the fight? Let's get our let's get all our normal stuff in order. All the stuff that we like, all the buttons that we like to press. Eat our pickled turtleneck. Flame, grant me strength. And I think we're gonna switch over to the turtle shield, and we're gonna get in there. He does have gravity spells, it appears. Or, oh, now that's what happens. He summons the guys. He summons the spirits. Oh, he actually has quite a bit of health. He actually has a fair bit of health. Wow. And those summons are interrupting me. I should have redone my flasks. Okay, I think I need to be using... I think we first of all need to take out... They do look like the... I don't know what they were called. I forgot I have... No, I got rid of Flame of the Fell God. I don't have Flame of the Fell God. Is he summoning more? What was he doing there? What was he doing? I don't know what he was doing. He's pretty slow moving. We might be able to just fight him. We don't deal a crap ton of damage, though. Would you have Poison Mist? Maybe we should try Poison Mist. Are you susceptible to the poison? The poison? Does that tickle your fancy? I think we did poison him. we are getting the tick of the poison. Oh, hey, that was too early. He's so slow on his moves. But he's also very slow in tracking us down. So we're gonna take full advantage of that. As I am looking closer here, am I so greedy as to... I'm gonna use my telescope here. Because I can kind of see what looks like... I don't know, it felt like he kind of looked like Radon. I felt like there was a Radon face that I saw in there. This music is pretty epic. We're just going slow and steady here. Oh, he's gonna summon more guys. He's going to summon more dudes, so, all right. These guys are a little bit more powered up. They are the axe dudes from Stormvale. Was that a... He might have just done that because he got below 50% health. I'm not sure if it's a timer. Damn it. There was supposed to be a roll there. Okay, we got 5 flasks. We're going to drink. We're going to drink, and then we're going to do our Flame Grant Me Strength. And then Magma Guillotine. Dude, I am... The enemies whose attacks are just so turtle slow, they are tailor-made for causing you to roll too soon. Not that time, though. Not that time. All right, Commander O'Neill, you are apparently considered a great enemy, even though you really needed to work on the cardio. You were just a little... I know we're a fan of turtle power and going slow and steady, but I think the commander was taking that line of thought a little bit too far. Out of my game, nerd. Commander standard and an unalloyed gold needle. There it is. There it is. Okay, we got a decent amount of runes out of that. And that was fun. We got an overworld great enemy. And let's check out what we've got here. Commanders. The commander does have standards. A beaten red battle standard is furled around this time-worn halberd. It is a halberd. After his lord was fled, even after his lord was fled, Commander O'Neill continued to brandish the flag in the devastation of the rot-eaten field of battle. The sole veteran who remembers this battle with pride. Would his lord have been Radon? Would that make sense? Are we supposed to read in at all to the fact that he was summoning the enemies that we fought at Stormvale? We know that Radon is supposed to be related to Ronnie, Rykard, and potentially Rena, and maybe Saluvis. The thing that I had not considered when we were at the Sisters 3 a few episodes ago, the thing I had not considered was I was thinking strictly in the possibility of Radagon and Renala having their demigod children, but of course you could have also had Radagon and Marika having their children. And so who knows if Ronnie or Rena or Radon or who all is related to whom in terms of half-sisters, half-brothers. It's just one big happy family, isn't it? Commander O'Neill, in any case, is out of the way, and we have an unalloyed gold needle, an intricately crafted needle of unalloyed gold, snapped in half. Aww, does that mean we can't use it? A ritual implement crafted to ward away the meddling of outer gods. It is thought capable of forestalling the incurable rotting sickness. Sage Gowry has designs for this needle. Yes, he does. And did we need to touch the grace here to... It's always funny when they give you a side of grace that's like right next to the one that you just got a few moments earlier. But we have found the unalloyed needle, and we need to take it back to Sage Gowry. Is it actually better for us to... I don't know why Torrent didn't summon there. What I'm going to do is we're going to heal again, and then we're going to drink, and then we're going to settle up. Maybe because I was like directly on top of the site of grace. That's probably what happened. We got the dragonflies here, but I'm hoping I can run around those fools. And maybe we can get right back up to the shack. There we go. There was actually a nice little route. Hopefully Spike doesn't get on our case. Spike is actually pretty content compared to all the other rabid dogs that we've seen around. All right, Gowry, I got a needle for you.
Oh, you found the unalloyed gold needle.
I did.
As promised, I've detailed the secret of Sellia right here. Go on. It's yours.
Sellia's secret. I can't wait to read it.
Now let me have a look at the needle. Well, this is a marvel indeed. The work of a true artisan, a meticulous, bold craftsman who grasps the essence of life. Can you give me some time with this? As well made as it is, it won't be much use snapped in half, will it?
Sure, you need some time to fix it. No big deal. I got all the time you need.
Can you give me some as well made?
Yes. I think what we'll do is we'll probably warp away and come right back. Art of Aeonia. Art of Aeonia. Let's check out the secret of Sellia, though, before we head back. Sellia's secret, a piece of paper given by Sage Gowry. The town of Sellia hides the source. Light 3 flames atop the candle towers to break the seal. I think we took care of that part already. This is kind of what I was kind of half expecting it to be this, if I'm honest. We've seen this before with other secrets and like, ooh, I've got some really crucial information for you. The little notes we get from vendors. Half the time we've already figured it out. All right. Yeah, cool. Let's see if he's got the needle all patched up, ready to go. And then we'll find out whether, you know, Millicent, like, is she still okay? Or, I mean, she's obviously not okay if she's got the Scarlet Rot, but the fact that she invaded us, how does that all work? Does that mean that she is gone for good? Like Edgar? Is Edgar gone for good? Question mark?
I have awaited your return. The needle is repaired. Now it will forestall the rotting sickness, I'm sure. Will you give it to the girl, Millicent? I will reward you in kind.
There it is, patched up, ready to go.
Millicent rests at the church atop the cliff beyond Sellia, the town yonder. Tended to by the witless pests who worship her, or rather her rotting sickness, as a god.
Oh, shit.
Wretched fate, indeed. The poor girl, she never wished for any of this.
Oh, so the kindred of rot that were outside of that church, they're like worshiping her. Oh. I hate it.
Do you find it peculiar?
Yes.
That I would show such concern
for
the girl.
Oh.
Well, I'm the one that found her. A mere babe in the swamp of Aeonia. She is one of my dear daughters.
One?
But the rotting sickness erodes one's memory. I doubt that she remembers the first thing about me. Oh, I must be getting old. I didn't always worry so much.
In other words, if we ask her about her father, she's not going to know anything. It's clearly because of the rotting sickness that has wiped her memory, and nothing to do with the fact that you're a stalker. Stalker Gowry. I mean, Sage Gowry.
Now, all you need to do is deliver the needle to Millicent. She's convalescing in the church atop the cliff just beyond Sellia. Do so, and you shall receive a handsome recompense, of course.
Handsome recompense are the only kind that I accept.
Now, she's do so.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's actually check. We're gonna go to the Church of the Plague. Oh, what a lovely place, surrounded by. She's still here. That's a good sign. She hasn't gone anywhere. Even the invading thing. Pay no attention to that. Is this the same as it was before? It has added the little quote. The text has added the quote about delivering the needle to Millicent. Yeah, one snapped in half has been repaired by Sage Gowry. Okay. Hey, I got something for you.
If you are wise, you will leave immediately. My flesh writhes with scarlet rot.
Like I said, no need to worry about the whole wise business.
You ask that I stab myself with the needle to quell the scarlet rot. But how? Never mind. I've decided I would rather trust you than simply continue to spoil from within. Would you mind averting your eyes for a moment?
Oh, we get a cutscene? I was gonna say, I'm glad you made that decision. Because otherwise things were going to be a little awkward. Okay, it's not a cutscene, is it?
Well, that was easier than expected.
Oh, good to know.
But why do I feel so...
Let me guess. We didn't actually cure you, did we? We didn't actually... I think I've just realized what Sage Gowry had in mind when it comes to alleviating your pain. Okay. Well, if it's any consolation, you are in a Dark Souls game, and this is not the first time. This is not the first time that this kind of shit has happened. Wait a second. Wait a second. She's actually okay? I thought for sure we'd killed her. I was like, oh, she's taking her last breaths. Sage Gowry is actually Sage Kevorkian. Maybe not so fast. Maybe not so fast? I kind of want to actually take a closer look. Hold on. You have something on your face? Oh my god, dude. Look at those eyes. And then she's got some kind of... Oh, she's turning. I want to look at the side of your face. I want to see the side. That's a fascinating eye color. I also am oh my gosh. I'm focused on like the eyes, the marking or tattoo or whatever, and I'm just now realizing that there's only one arm left. Oh my god.
I hoped to see you again. My apologies for when last we met. I fainted before I could even thank you. Everything is as you said. Since inserting the needle, the scarlet rot has ceased to writhe. Even the nightmares have abated. And now, though I can scarcely believe it myself, I can move as I please. Not that I could ever truly repay you, but I would like you to have this, by way of thanks. A token though it is.
Prosthesis wearer heirloom. What is that artwork on there? What is that artwork? It's like two dudes like touching fingers. What is going on there? A prosthesis wearer heirloom. Oh, they're holding hands. Excuse me. They're holding hands. Okay. A talisman engraved with a scene from a heroic tale. Though born, it raises dexterity. Not the most useful talisman for us. Though born into the accursed rot, when the young girl encountered her mentor and his flowing blade, she gained wings of unparalleled strength. Is this a Millennia talisman? I thought at first this was just like some random two people like holding hands. How cute. But now she gained wings. We've had a couple different references to Millennia. May her wings never be clipped, I think, was one of the Greatsword memorials, if I remember. And there's also been a spirit. Grant the goddess of rot wings or something like that. Her mentor and his flowing blade. Who is that? Who was Millennia's mentor? Mikola? Maybe it's Mikola. This could be a depiction of Mikola and Millennia. I want to find out more. A heroic tale. Is that what it says about the Bredon? Yeah, talisman engraved with a scene from a heroic tale. So we could be getting... It's interesting if that's how they're going to play this. I'm assuming there's going to be a talisman for intelligence as well as faith. Maybe arcane, we'll see. But, you know, there could be some more backstory about particular demigods. Maybe one of the witches, like Rena or Ronnie. Or intelligence. I don't know who Faith would be. I am assuming that this is Melania. This could be a big incorrect assumption. It could just be some unknown character. Don't know. Thank you.
I'm considering leaving. On a journey. With the needle buried in my flesh, I've started to recall, but dimly, my destiny. It's all thanks to you. My name is Millicent. I pray fate permits us meet again.
Okay, hold on just a moment. Don't go anywhere just yet. Do not go anywhere. Don't move. I am just realizing. This is a redhead with one arm. There is no chance. Is there any possibility that this is actually Melania? Is there any chance? Would they do that to us? We obviously don't really know what her face looks like just from the story trailer because she's wearing a helmet. But you did just give us a talisman that feels like it could be the talisman related to Melania. And now you're talking about how your memory has faded and it's starting to come back to you. But you do say your name is Millicent. That would be one hell of a twist, wouldn't it? That would be one hell of a humdinger. Wow.
I'm considering leaving. With the needle buried in my flesh, I've started to recall, but dimly, my destiny. I'm considering.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Wow. That possibility. Maybe this is not Melina. Obviously, don't tell me. Maybe this is just your average run-of-the-mill Dark Souls NPC. But wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be amazing if this turns out to be, with all the backstory or the impression that I've been left of Melania? Wouldn't that be amazing if this is who that is? That would be exciting. Are you gone? You are gone. Okay. All right. Millicent is moving onward and upward to somewhere. We have to go back once more to Sage Gallery. Back to the Sage. Back to the Sage we're gonna go. What a fun day. What a fun day playing Elden Ring. This game is just so much fun. The layers upon layers of just fascinating characters, storylines. Oh my god. Wait a second. Oh my gosh. Millicent is here and Gowry is gone. Oh my gosh. Did she start to remember? Did she start to remember that he was in fact Stalker Gowry?
Oh, hello again. Something about this place felt familiar to me, so I decided to pay a visit. Hoping to find someone here, but I've only found emptiness.
Oh, he's already gone.
Perhaps before my departure, I needed someone to say farewell to.
So Sage Gowry already left. He knew what was coming. He got out of Dodge.
Well, never mind that. I must focus on my journey, for which I have you to thank. I must stay strong. Well, I must focus. I must.
Huh. Wow. Wow, she just needed someone to say goodbye to. Well, I hope we could suffice if you are in fact just Millicent. And my wild theorizing about Melania is not true. One way or the other, this has been a fascinating set of developments, and I just want to see one more time if there is any progression, any last bit of progression to the Gowry's shack. Anything else to discover here? Is there anywhere else that we would go that would potentially... He's back! Wait, what the heck? Now he's back. Okay, did you, like, you know, go out for a restroom break and you missed Millicent?
Thank you kindly for giving the needle to Millicent. Now she too can begin her journey and stare her fate straight in the eye. You've been a saint through and through. As thanks, I vow to impart to you my knowledge of the lost sorceries of the Sellians, descendants of the Eternal.
He turns into a vendor. A vendor. Wow. Let's tell him Millicent paid a visit.
Oh, you noticed, did you? Indeed, Millicent did visit this hovel of a home. It seems the memories eaten away by the rotting sickness yet remain, but faintly. However, she has no need of me anymore. No, she must embark on her journey and stare her fate in the eye. I mustn't impede. As I've aged, I've found the best way to aid the young is to be forgotten.
The best way to aid the young is to be forgotten. I'm not so sure I agree with that, but that could be something incredibly deep. Never that I've considered before. Sorceries, glintstone stars. 3 shooting stars that pursue foes. Sorcery of the Olivinus Conspectus, which attracts sorcerers from Sellia, town of sorcery. Night Shard. The Sellian sorcerers were assassins. They often hunted their fellows. And then Night Maiden's Mist. Below Sellia, the eternal city of Nokron sleeps. This sorcery originates from the maidens of that place. Releases a life-sapping silver mist before the caster, dealing damage to all caught within, including the caster. Okay, it makes me think a little bit of... Was it... What was the... There was a weapon in Bloodborne. It was a mist sprayer. That's the pesticide sprayer, but it was like sort of like this silver mist. Don't remember what it was called. The Rosmarinus? Is that what it was? Interesting. Interesting. I might buy out all of his stuff eventually here. And maybe we'll do that right now. Let's just go ahead and buy all of his shit. Even though we're not sorcerers, we're just trying to progress quest lines. No additional dialogue.
Please make certain that little Millicent goes unharmed. Like her mother, she has the stuff to be a great warrior, but commands only one arm and is yet preciously young.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Her mother.
Do you need me for something else?
I think we've exhausted the dialogue. Just making sure we're getting all the dialogue. What if her mother is Melania? I think one of two things has to be true. That is either Melania, who has lost her memory and somehow has been recovering after the events where she fought Radon to a standstill. Radon ended up wandering off into the dunes, losing himself to the rot or whatever else happened, after the events of the story trailer. But the same thing happened to Melania, question mark. She ended up in the Church of the Plague, surrounded by the kindred of Rot, worshiping her, or that's her daughter. I feel like that's too good, or it's too, there's too many signs, too many clues that line up for either one of those things. One of those things has to be true, I think. But we'll try to keep an open mind, because there's always the possibility of me overcomplicating things. But either way, that is where we are going to bring this episode of Elden Ring to a close. We left off last time here in Gowry's Shack, and I suppose it is just as fitting a spot to leave off this time, because my goodness, I was not expecting quite as much potential lore out of that whole quest line as we ended up getting. I could be reading too much into things, but the possibility is tantalizing. It's been a great, fun episode, making our way through the swamp of Aeonia, taking down Commander O'Neill. We still have the Sellia Crystal Tunnel to get to eventually. And that whole business up here with freaking red-eye dragons and a monstrosity of a dragon I don't even want to think about. But you know what? That might be... we could say that is... We've explored Caelid now. Maybe there's like some little nooks and crannies in this section here somewhere in like the southeastern side of the map where I haven't, like, maybe I'll go backtrack with a fine-tooth comb on my own time. I think, though, that is Caelid minus whatever is in the Dragonbarrow. If we're thinking of the Dragonbarrow as its own place, which, my goodness, the little glimpse we got of it, that feels like a whole new ballgame. Which means, if that's the case, if Caelid has now been explored, what perfect time for us to resume the Radon Festival, perhaps? Might be what we do. Might be how we, I don't know if we're going to start there next time, but it feels like the time has come. And that possibility is super exciting to me. Whatever may be the case. I love the preview as well that we got of Farum Azula. There is so much potentially to do in this game. The map. We know the map is just going to get so much more massive. And we haven't even started to even ponder or consider whatever DLC content there might be. This is going to be such a fun ride. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.